out there, have you ever given a deep thought to the word partnership? Well, the strength of partnership lies in its ability to bring together diverse individuals, organizations, or entities to achieve a common goal or objective. You're welcome to the maritime world, where partnership plays a vital role in enhancing efficiency, safety, and sustainability of the maritime operations. This is Nimasa This Week, and I remain your anchor on the program, Muyolua Olutayo. Come sail with us. It's going to be an interesting day.
This is Nimasa This Week.
You are watching Nimasa This Week.
You are watching Nimasa This Week.
You are watching Nimasa This Week.
The voice of maritime in Nigeria.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We are number one.
Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime, showing on these stations.
Our first port of call today is the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy in the city of Abuja, where the Honorable Minister, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to the strengthening of international partnerships following a high-level meeting with the management team of Port of Antwerp and the Belgian ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Pieter Linknet. The minister emphasized that collaboration with global maritime leaders like Port of Antwerp will position Nigeria as a major player in international trade, while the ambassador highlighted the economic benefits of a strengthened bilateral relationship. Stay tuned on the program.
As part of efforts towards strengthening maritime trade and collaboration between Nigeria and Belgium, the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola CON, met with the Belgian ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Pieter Linet, and the management team of the Port of Antwerp in Abuja. The discussions focused on advancing Nigeria's maritime sector by improving port management practices, fostering capacity building, and exploring innovative solutions for sustainable development in the blue economy. Commenting on the strategic importance of international partnerships, like the one with Belgium, Oyetola stated that the aim was to position Nigeria as a major player in the global maritime trade. This collaboration aligns with Nigeria's broader efforts to transform its maritime and blue economy sectors, positioning the country for sustainable growth and a more competitive international presence.
With the modernization, we're looking at the draft level of not less than 16 versus about 5 meters. That will be able to attract big vessels as opposed to the limitation we have now. Again, like you mentioned, apart from the existing port, we're developing airports. I'm glad you're partnering with the NEWA of the Initial Port. We'll be interested in ensuring that is fast-tracked, whatever form, to get it delivered. But in addition to that, we're developing ports in Badagry, in Banjul, in Ghana, Burutu, and a few other places. Because the existing ports are not sufficient for the kind of cargo traffic that we have. So that's an area, even though you said you're not supposed to be investing directly, we can partner with them in terms of technical input or consultancy, as the case may be.
On his part, the Belgian ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Pieter Linet, expressed Belgium's commitment to supporting Nigeria in achieving global best practices in maritime trade and port management, which is expected to benefit both nations economically.
Also agricultural and why not aquaculture produce. So the specificity is that they can keep the cold chain going within autonomy of 48 hours without constant power supply. So this is particularly focused to countries that have intermittent grid supply. And so this seems to have quite some potential. The good news I have for that company is is that we also have a trade mission coming from Belgium in the second half of this year, specifically focused on the food and agricultural sectors. So in the slipstream of that trade mission, that company is more likely going to explore the Nigerian market. And this is not just about fruits and vegetables, but then for fish, I'm sure it can be equally useful.
The Port of Antwerp, one of Europe's largest and most technologically advanced ports, offers valuable expertise in smart port technologies, logistics efficiency, and sustainability. These discussions open doors for enhanced trade relations and increased investment in Nigeria's port infrastructure. The meeting between the two countries reflects the ministry's ongoing efforts to reposition Nigeria's marine and blue economy sector for sustainable growth. With this renewed collaboration, stakeholders anticipate increased foreign investment, improved trade logistics, and a more competitive maritime industry in Nigeria.
Our goal is to share our knowledge, to share the knowledge we've built during all these years in our port.
The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola CON, has reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to enhancing maritime cooperation with the Gambia. Speaking at the 4th Blue Economy Conference in Banjul, he emphasized the importance of regional collaboration in strengthening security and fostering economic growth. Representing the minister, Dr. Dayo Moberiola, Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, highlighted Nigeria's ongoing efforts to expand maritime security infrastructure beyond its territorial waters. He noted that the country is considering extending the operations of the Deep Blue project within the Gulf of Guinea to enhance regional stability. Dr. Moberiola also reiterated Nigeria's role as a key stabilizing force in the region, especially in response to disruptions caused by the Suez Canal crisis, which has led to increasing shipping traffic around Africa. To address emerging challenges, Nigeria is committed to strengthening its deep blue assets and reinforcing maritime security across the region.
Our two nations, Gambia and Nigeria, share much in common. Rich blue economy, endowment, strong maritime sectors, vibrant cultural heritage, a strong commitment to tap the blue economic sustainability. In this regard, we must embrace information technology to unlock the full potentials of this sector. Nigeria is working to extend the Deep Blue assets operations to the Gulf of Guinea to enhance safety and security, particularly as the crisis in the Suez Canal has disrupted global trade, leading to a surge in shipping trade around Africa.
Speaking further, Moberiola urged delegates at the conference to support Nigeria's bid for re-election into the IMO Council Category C for the 2026 to 2027 term. He called on member states of the Maritime Organization of West and Central Africa, MOCA, to back Nigeria's candidacy, emphasizing that the country's presence in the IMO Council is crucial for advancing Africa's influence in global maritime decision-making.
Let me leverage on this conference to inform this August gathering that Nigeria has declared its candidacy for the International Maritime Organization IMO category election into Category C for the year 2026 and 2027 biannual. Nigeria, therefore, seeks the kind support and vote of member states, Maritime Organization of West and Central Africa, MOCA, for the forthcoming IMO Council election during the 34th Assembly session in November. Nigerian representation in IMO Council will strengthen Africa's voice at the International Maritime Organization and Committee of Maritime Nations in deliberations relating to blue economy, maritime safety and security, and environmental sustainability, considering the volume of trade carried out in our region. Together, we can evaluate and elevate African maritime agenda to greater heights.
Nigeria's maritime security efforts, particularly through the Deep Blue Project, have earned global recognition, with the International Maritime Bureau and the IMO commending the country for maintaining zero piracy incidents in its waters for 3 consecutive years. Nigeria remains dedicated to fostering partnerships, enhancing maritime security, and promoting sustainable blue economy initiatives to advance the shared economic interests of West and Central Africa.
Welcome back, and for those who are just joining us, we say thank you. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, is reviewing 16 proposals for amendment to the Maritime Labour Convention, MLC 2006, which is often referred to as the Seafarers' Bill of Rights. This was made public at a 3-day tripartite technical session, which brought together key stakeholders from government, employers, unions, and international maritime partners to review Nigeria's ongoing commitment to improving maritime labor standards and the welfare of seafarers. The Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Dayo Mubriola, was represented by the Executive Director, Maritime Labor and Cabotage Services, Mr. Jubril Abba. Stay tuned on the program.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, is reviewing 16 proposals for amendments to the Maritime Labour Convention, MLC 2006, which is often referred to as the Seafarers' Bill of Rights. This was made public at a 3-day tripartite technical session, which brought together key stakeholders from governments, employers, unions, and international maritime partners to review Nigeria's ongoing commitment to improving maritime labour standards and the welfare of seafarers. The agency's Director General, Dr. Dayo Mubriola, whose speech was delivered by the agency's Executive Director of Maritime Labour and Cabotage Services, Mr. Jubril Abba, stated that the proposals under consideration aim to align Nigeria's maritime regulatory framework with best international practices, ensuring fairness, inclusivity, and sustainability. He also expressed deep appreciation for the collaboration between the various sectors involved in this process.
This gathering is a testament to our collective commitment to welfare and rights of seafarers, the sustainability of the maritime sector, and the continued alignment of our regulatory framework with global best practice. This tripartite session is not just a matter of policy and procedure. It exemplifies the beauty of collaboration between the government, employers, operators, and unions.
He underscored the importance of these sessions and stated that the sessions are expected to focus on a wide range of issues, including the impact of new technologies, environmental considerations, and the evolving needs of seafarers, with a shared goal of improving working conditions while fostering industry growth. He also acknowledged the continued dedication, support, and expertise of the International Labour Organization and other stakeholders. The Nigerian ILO attaché, Mr. Esa Anifiok, called for cooperation among all the participants in order to achieve the tasks ahead.
This is one tripartite technical session that we don't have so much time to waste. We are zeroing it down exactly what we want to do. we've provided a zero draft already, but we want us to populate that table to tell us this is what we want, this is how it happened, and this is how we want Nigeria's position to be reflected. So please cooperate with us.
On his part, the regional advisor and ILO expert on MLC 2006, Dr. Amos Kuje, disclosed that Nigeria is a focal point in Africa which the ILO recognizes. He emphasized the need for Nigeria to maintain the lead, particularly now that the country is vying for the Category C seat at the upcoming International Maritime Organization's elections.
As of today, there are 4 different sessions the International Labour Conference has adopted the amendment that has so far been made since the entry into force of the convention. They did that in 2014, 2016, 2018, and 2022. Everything is not constituted in the convention itself. Your law, national law, is part of the convention.
The MLC 2006 provides a comprehensive international framework to ensure decent working conditions for seafarers while promoting fair competition within the maritime industry. However, as global maritime dynamics evolve, driven by automation, climate change, and economic shifts, the agency emphasized the importance of adapting this vital legislation to address emerging challenges.
First, we understand the importance of the amendment, and then we bring it into practice, and then we align to make sure that it is in line with the international standard. And that's what it's all about. And by doing that, then our reporting will be complete in a way that when we're submitting, it clearly will indicate that we are truly in compliance with the amendment.
The key objectives of the amendment is to eradicate all incumbrances and some gray areas that are hinders to the enactment of the laws and the various regulations of the MLC 2006.
Nigeria should be at the forefront of implementing this Bill of Rights for seafarers, because as far as we are concerned, this is the only thing that the seafarer has, and to be able to take home and be able to stand for him, because it's not something that you and I produce. It's something that every member state in the whole world come together and not be able to have a look at it.
Still on the program, Nimasa this week. One of the aims of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals is to meet the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. On the segment this week, we will be examining the 5th SDG goal, which focuses on gender equality and the need to give women a voice, whilst also preparing them for leadership roles across political, economic, and public life. Syntyche Haruna, a Principal Marine Environment Management Officer with Nimasa, will be speaking with us.
Hello viewers, welcome to another edition of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. In this edition, we'll be discussing SDG 5, which talks about gender equality and what Nimasa has been doing to promote gender equality in the Nigerian maritime sector. With me in the studio today is Syntyche Haruna. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so talking about these United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, we know that these goals are supposed to prescribe or to ensure the minimum standard of living of individuals across countries in the world. What can you say about this? How effective has this been in the last 10 years?
Thank you for that question. The UNSDGs, I can say they're interconnected, and their major focus is to promote prosperity, to protect the planet, and to foster peaceful and inclusive living that's across the societies. The practicability, in my opinion, I believe varies, and they vary from region and goals based on national challenges, the capacities of those countries to implement those goals, and also based on global challenges that we have around.
Okay, thank you very much. So now, to the crux of the matter for today, talking about gender equality. I know that interests you a lot.
Yeah.
Now, gender equality, you know, I know it's about trying to promote women in leadership across various sectors, but now we're talking about specifically in the maritime sector in Nigeria. Now, how has Nimasa been able to key into this SDG 5 in terms of promoting gender equality to ensure that women have their place in the maritime sector? Remember that the maritime sector is already a male-dominated environment. So how is Nimasa trying to help to achieve this?
Well, I can say Nimasa's efforts in women involvement in maritime is highly commendable.
Okay.
Yes, because they have programs that are tailored to improve and enhance women involvement in maritime. Let's look at the aspect of capacity development.
Okay.
They have programs that sponsor staff for advanced maritime studies. And in that, you see there is a good representation of women. Yeah, we can also talk about the NSDP development program. And Nimasa has done tremendously well in training female seafarers.
All right, thank you very much, Syntyche, for this very explicit answer. Right, for me, there's this question that has been coming to mind, and I think it's kind of sparks up some controversies regarding gender equality. Now, I know you want to defend your women, definitely. But then, tell me, or tell the viewers, are we talking about gender equality or gender equity? How does it sound? Gender equality, gender equity. They say what a man can do, a woman can do better, but not in all scenarios, right? I know you won't agree with me. So I would rather, is it that we go for the gender equity, but there's fairness and balance in the industry, or you still want to stick to a gender equality? Tell us.
Yeah, you know, this question is kind of tricky.
Yeah.
But I want to let you know that they are interrelated.
Okay.
Yes. Gender equality provides same opportunities for all.
Okay.
So not minding your gender, the disadvantages you have, it provides the same opportunities.
Okay.
While equity is fairness, that's providing an opportunity,
like a kind of level playing field for everyone.
Considering your disadvantages and like, okay, this is it. But one thing we have to note is that equity leads to equality. Yes. So if you really want to achieve gender equality, equity comes in. You have to start with gender equity, which gives the mentorship and the advantages there to be able to meet at par to achieve gender equality.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. So lastly on this segment, on this question, what's your advice for the young girl out there talking about taking a career in the maritime space?
Yeah, to the young girl out there planning to take a career in the maritime space, I would like to advise you that you should believe in yourself. For thinking that means you have the potential to achieve it. So you should pursue relevant education in that aspect. Look for role models, mentors. We have a lot of them. If you go online, search for women in maritime, you will see that. And finally, I would like to emphasize that no industry is too vast for a determined young girl. You can succeed in the maritime industry as a girl. So you should go into it, and I want to tell you, Nigeria is waiting for your vision, for your leadership, and for your voice. Thank you.
Wow, very fantastic. Thank you very much, Cindy Haruna. She said it all. Just go for it then. No industry is too large for a woman or for the young ladies to also go and explore their, their potentials. It's a wrap on this segment. I've been speaking with Syntyche Haruna on gender equality in the maritime sector, and she has bared her mind and her thoughts on the essentials of gender equality in the maritime sector, what Nimasa is doing, and of course, yeah, she has also helped to, bring the gap in the distinction of equality and equity in the maritime industry. Once again, I remain your host. My name is Femi Kumuyi.
It's a wrap on the program today. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to visit our website www.nimasa.org.ng and all our social media handles. Until we meet again on the same platform next week, stay safe and secure on our waters. Bon voyage.